Hi everyone! I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me and watching this video. We will be joined live by our nutritionist Cara Redpath in a moment. I'm Sabine Klaus-Carter, the creator of Calvin's Free From Foods, and that is Cara. Just let me join her by the magic of the internet. 1, 2, 3. It's Cara here. Connecting. So, hiya, nice to see you.
Nice to see you. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm very well. Today my big reveal is I'm wearing stripy trousers, which are really, really comfy. I find it not fair if everyone just sees everyone from.
I know.
Who knows what's underneath there?
Well, I am wearing my slippers actually, so.
Oh, very comfy. I'm barefoot, I have to say. Oh. Today we have the exciting topic of fiber and water. And if it's okay, I'm going to start, Cara.
Yeah, absolutely.
So one of the high fiber products in our bread, which does not contain many ingredients, is psyllium husks, and the husks come from the Platago ovata plant. And I have a picture here, and I just noticed that my printer on top ran out of ink, but you can see here the plant, and that's where we get the husks from. So it's wonderful. It's very high in fiber. It's also called the horse flower, because some people say it looks a bit like the horse flower. That comes from the Sanskrit. But actually the connection to horses is psyllium husk is wonderfully for the gut. It is very cleansing. So if horses have taken in too much sand, they use psyllium husk to help them cleanse their colons. And let's see how psyllium husk can help to cleanse our colons. Cara, do you want to take over from here?
I love that because it's similar to dogs. The animals really know what's best for them. And if a dog has a bellyache, it'll go into a field and eat the things that are the herbs that are appropriate for that. So I absolutely can imagine a horse taking in that plant to kind of get rid of its compaction. So I think with humans, psyllium husk typically is something we use in nutritional therapy for added fiber to help bowel movement. But the most important thing, and the thing I wanted to talk about today, is with a high fiber diet comes the need for hydration as well. The two work in tandem. I know, I've almost finished my glass of water here. So the two work in tandem, and I think it's something I've been reflecting on in my own clinical practice this week, is that we're not all drinking enough water, specifically because we're all working from home now. In the office, typically people tend to have a bottle of water which they drink as the day goes on. But that's not happening. You have to go to the kitchen to make yourself a cup of tea, and then it's tea more often than it's water. So it was something I felt was important to bring up today, especially in connection to increasing your fiber, which is so good for your gut health. But alongside it, an increase in fiber must come an increase in hydration.
Yeah, is it any tea, or is it specific teas you should avoid?
Yeah, it's a good question. So when we're talking about hydration, we're talking about herb tea, vegetable juices, and water. And when I say herb tea, that means peppermint tea or fruit teas, licorice tea, yogi tea, pucca tea, to name some brands out there.
So what I'm drinking here is actually oolong tea. It's a kind of green tea. It's very good for immune health. And what I do, I always go for the
absolutely. So typically anything with caffeine in it isn't counted towards your hydration for that day. Anything with caffeine will have a dehydrating effect on the body. So the reason we go for herb teas is because they're decaffeinated. So typically a rooibos would be fine as well. And then it's 8 glasses, or as you're saying, large cups of that liquid minimum a day, minimum. And I think a lot of people think that 8 glasses is kind of, oh, we'll aim for 8 glasses, we've reached 8 glasses, Bob's your auntie. But it's more than that. So it's 8 glasses is your kind of minimum. And the way I like to get it in to begin with is to have, I love this. This is a Anthropology cup. It's indestructible. You can throw it on the ground and it'll be fine. So I have 2 of these every morning. And that gives me about 500 mils of water every morning before the day's even got going. So that's a really good way to start the day off right with drinking water. So that's something I like to do. How do you like to include water?
I get up and I always have water actually next to my bed. Water or chamomile tea. Love chamomile tea. And that if that did not get finished during the night, I will finish that up in the morning. But I do like my my tea in the morning just to get me rolling. But I always trying to include. But what about when you have then sort of like high fiber in your diet? Do you feel like what does
the water and the fiber kind of balance each other out essentially, and they work synergistically. They work together as a pair. So if you just have fiber, there is a risk that you could become a little bit compacted if you're just having fiber with no liquid to move it through the gut. So fiber essentially acts like a floor brush. It kind of goes in and brushes the gut out. It moves the traffic. It's just a little brush along. And it does that very effectively, and it would do that very effectively if you were just having a bog standard amount of liquid. If you weren't really trying, it would still work. It's just it doesn't do it as effectively. The fluid just moves it through smoother and slightly more effectively. And just helps everything through the same way the fiber does. So they're working on 2 kind of equal balances. And
what does that do for our overall health?
So the underpinning principles of health are nutrients in, toxins out. You can complicate nutritional therapy and nutrition with a million biochemical pathways, but ultimately nutrients in, toxins out. And so both water and fiber take your toxins out. So water specifically is taking your toxins out through urine, and fiber is taking it out through the elimination pathway. So we need both together to get rid of toxins effectively. We should all be eliminating effectively.
Oh, fantastic. And how else can we help the body? I think we would this is yoga week, and I thought
so today is World Yoga Day, which is very exciting. So we should all be doing our yoga poses tonight. But yes, 2 of my favorite yoga poses, which are just super simple, which I recommend to all my clients if they're feeling like their digestive system may be a bit of a problem, is my favorite one here. I've got a picture, is child's pose. And I specifically recommend this particular kind of child pose where you spread your legs wider and get your belly down onto the ground, because it provides the insides with a little bit more of a massage. And then the second one is cat cow, which is this one. And it just moves the intestines. Yeah, it just moves the intestines around and helps move things through a bit. So yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you so much. I think that's been really, really interesting again, and really helpful for everyone. And
absolutely.
Shall we do this next week again?
Okay.
See you next Monday. Okay. Thank you for watching.